Hey, so we're going to move on to the next portion of this masterclass. And you know what I'm going to share my screen really, really, really quick. We're going to move on through this. There we go. We talked about planning a book. I'm going to scroll on down. Where am I? Let's see. We did that. Okay, we're going to get there. Y'all be patient with me because when I'm recording this whole course all at once, so I got to get my PowerPoint to actually follow me. Okay, here we go. We are at step 3. Let me move this down so I can actually see. Step 3, create the ebook. We've been preparing, right? So I'm just giving examples up here of a few books that I've written. I have a self-care audit workbook that I actually just completed because I did a self-care masterclass workshop. And it's not on Amazon yet. I'm selling it on my website, and I'm selling it within the course, within the workshop that I created. So I created the whole ebook, and I have a list again that I provided to you with all of the different software or websites you can go to create workbooks and all kinds of stuff, create your covers and everything. So it's so easy. You don't have to be a designer to do these things. But yeah, so right now, like I'm selling my audit workbook for $5, just talking about the spirit, mind, body, and soul. I'm talking about self-care. And it's a live workshop that I did, but now you've probably seen it within the Get Your Life Back Academy. Another workbook I created for another workshop I mentioned to you earlier, is the Purpose Passion Finder workshop. I created a journal type of workbook, but also people order it, both of these, as a paperback if they want to. And those books, of course, they cost a little bit more because I have to get it printed out and I have to ship it off and mail it. But a lot of people like me, I like to feel books in my hands as well. So I have a lot of ebooks that I read. I have on my Kindle, but because I'm not one to read a lot online, I also have the paperback version as well. So, and then you have the audio book. So we're going to talk about all that later, where you can listen. Well, somebody can be on the go, but they can listen to your ebook in audio. I think that's so great. And then I have the book I've been talking about, Let Me Out, because that's my first book. And that is an ebook as well as a hard copy of paperback as well. And that's on Amazon as well. So I just kind of wanted to show you. So in here, I'm talking about how this step may help you. It's maybe the step that you've been dreading, writing the book itself, because yes, you have it in your mind and your imagination and you're visualizing it, but now doing the work can seem a little daunting, but it really can be fun and therapeutic. It's all about the mindset. Take a deep breath, relax, have a cup of herbal tea, because I want you to get started with writing your book now. Here are 4 different approaches you can take to create your ebook. You can use one or combine a few of these approaches to create an ebook you're proud of and that you want to publish. Are you ready? Let's go. Oh, and I showed again that you can create both. I keep slapping my thing over here. I think I didn't want to move that. I wanted to move my video over. Come on, drag. I'm actually on a new computer. I got to get used to this one. And it's touchscreen, brand new. Anyway, so, I like to keep things real. That's what's happening over here. I think I need some more light too, but that's a little too much light. Okay, so this is my book again. This is in the ebook style. I have it on Kindle, as you can see. If you have Kindle Unlimited, you can download it for free. Paperback right now is $14.95. So I just wanted to show you some proof that I have a book as well in ebook style that people can read on the go, which is so, so great. Okay, so I want you to sit down and write that book. Okay, the first approach is the traditional approach. Set a schedule and a daily writing goal that works for you. Some of us write better in the morning, the afternoon, or the nighttime. Remember, this isn't something that you have to commit to for a long haul. You'll only be writing at this intensity level for 10 to 20 days. The reason why I am pushing you to start, this is the reason why I want you to get started now, because I have your goal in mind, right? So just consider me your writing coach at this point. Dictating it is another approach. There's a saying in the content marketing world Let me move my video so I can read this. If you can talk about it, you can write about it. Let me repeat this. If you can talk about it, you can write about it. I need some more light in here. I don't know. I think you guys can see me fine. Give me 1 second. Okay. Yes, that is so much better. So I don't even need that light. Yes. Okay. Alrighty. By the way, there are marvelous tools like Dragon Naturally Speaking that actually convert your speech to text. You see all these tools that did not exist when I was writing my book. You can also simply record yourself speaking into your phone, send it to be transcribed, and then clean up the transcription and format into a book. Oh, and check out Audible for audio versions of your book, or hiring a voice actor to actually read your book and create it as an audio file as well. So see, it's a lot of stuff out there. Get others to write it for you. That's another option. Another thing, have you ever heard or ever read Chicken Soup for the Soul? I know a lot of you guys heard of that book and seen it in all kinds of stands all over the place, everywhere. A book by Jack Canfield and Mark Victor Hansen. Don't write these books. Contributors write them. They didn't write them themselves. They had contributors write books. So all these little stories that's in the book are from different people who write different chapters in the book. You can take this approach with your book. I know a lot of people right now who are doing anthologies where they have contributing writers, just like online blogs. Like I write for Thrive, and there's another I've written for Huffington Post, like blog posts and articles. But you know, they call it that section of contributors because we are contributing. We are writing different, sharing our opinions or strategies, information, educational things, whatever, on these blogs. But people are also doing this in book form. So you can also create a book, like an anthology type of book, where you're not the solo writer. You have other people contributing to your book as well. You can also interview people and use the content from the interview as chapters for your book. See how the creativity starts to flow, especially when you've heard about these other type of options and strategies. You can think of other ways to write your book because maybe you don't want to do all the work by yourself. Repurpose your existing content. It's quite likely that you have enough content already written and published that you could simply repurpose that content and make a book out of it. Did you hear that? And if you have papers and content from high school, college, and graduate school that is related to your topic, go dig those up and repurpose it by including it. This is what I did. Honestly, this is what I did. I mean, not only for my book, because I'm talking about the same thing many of the time. That's why I said there's something that permeates out of your spirit that you're passionate about. So you've talked about it more than once. And so I have content on a lot of things that relate to everything I'm talking about. Even back when I was going to college, and I pull up my papers, my studies. That's some good content that I really didn't want to go to waste just to use it for school. I want to be able to use it over and over again and share it, because everybody, sometimes you think different platforms are saturated with so many people, but everybody doesn't get to hear or see your content all of the time. So, and that has to do with algorithm and all that kind of stuff on the social media platforms and on the internet and online. So don't think that, oh God, I've talked about this already. People don't want to hear this again. You know how many times you have to reshare stuff even on social media? Because a lot of people say, oh my gosh, I didn't even see that. When did you post that? So you have to keep posting things over and over again because you're trying to reach more people. So I don't want you to have that in your head. So utilize these things you have already, things you got, content, school, books, all kinds of stuff. You probably got things, even journal. You may have a journal that you have a lot of stuff that you would really like to add into your book. I'm just trying to open up your mind. Take that content and spend a day or two polishing it, adding transitions, and ensuring that the book feels cohesive and each chapter flows seamlessly into the next. And we learned that in school, basic writing, transitional sentences, transitional paragraph, making sure they flow. You don't want to lose people. And in one paragraph, you're talking about one thing and you jump completely to something else instead of flowing into the next topic or subject. At this point, you've dedicated 2 days. I'm hoping that if you're at this point of the PowerPoint, you have taken those 2 days to start your book process, and you already implemented everything that I shared before this point. You've identified your topic and you've created a book plan. That leaves 28 days to write the book. However, the editing and formatting process can take a few days. Aim to write your book in 20 days, and this will leave plenty of time for your final step. Now we're going to move on to step 4. And I think I'm just going to keep moving on to step 4 for this part. You're not done yet. Step 4, you're not done yet. Don't skip these steps that I'm getting ready to share with you. The goal is for your ebook to represent you in a positive manner and build your business and or convey your message. The good news is that much of this work does not need to be done by someone else. Yes. Yeah, I said that right. Okay. Oh no, I'm sorry. Much of this work needs to be done by somebody else. We're going to get into why. Let's take a look at the last step to take before you hit the publish button, right? And launch your book. Not that it's impossible to complete it yourself, but we're focusing on a 30-day process. And that's why I said that. And when I say the book is not going to be done mostly by you, because you're going to utilize the tools that I'm going to talk about and that I share with you, even in the resource list and in your worksheets to get it done. So when I say other people, I mean systems as well, software, tools that are out there to kind of help you with your 30-day process. Beta readers. Let's talk about beta readers. They are the people you invite to read your book before you make it public. They can be useful in a number of ways. They can provide feedback on your book and point out ways to improve it. They can also provide testimonials or reviews, which you can then use to promote your book once it's published. You can share with them your plans to use their testimonials on your website, your emails, social media posts, conferences, online summits, and promotional purposes. Now, editing. It is strongly recommended that you find someone else to edit your ebook. Hire an editor or ask a few good friends or associates to read your book and look for errors. And I did just that. I had a church member and friend read through my book and highlight some grammatical errors. I think I meant to put grammatical errors for me to correct, talking about grammar. Now I couldn't afford at that time to pay a professional editor during this time. So between myself and my friend and utilizing whatever publishing tools were available then, I got the job done. I must have edited for the first book about a whole lot of times, let's just say, because you're going to do that over and over and over again. But if you hire someone to help you, you make the process shorter because your book does need to have more than one set of eyes. I didn't know about Grammarly, which is a tool. Some of you know about it, some of you don't, but that's a very helpful tool. I know some college students who utilize Grammarly as well. It'll help you correct grammar in emails, documents, social media, has a tone detector, everything. Guess what? It still may have minor errors that many have overlooked, or that I have overlooked, because I'm talking about my book, right? That I may have overlooked that because my book is 250 pages. And so you can imagine me going back and forth looking for errors in my book. But I was glad to get it out of my head and out of my spirit and let it be a blessing. But there are a lot more online tools available today than in 2010. Refer to the worksheets for editing and formatting books. Images and cover art. Let's talk about that. Unless you're a graphic designer, consider hiring someone to create your ebook cover as well. Your ebook cover and designs are important and can influence downloads and purchases. Really, really, really. You know that already. Looking at something. I don't know, maybe something appealed to you about this masterclass and said, I'm going to take that masterclass. I don't know. Now, again, if finances are limited or little to none, check out online designing software and sites where you can hire designers for a minimum fee, such as Fiverr.com. You can hire someone for as little as $5, but you know, you can pay, they have a lot of different packages out there, but that's like the minimum to do book covers for you. Canva.com is excellent if you want to design your own book cover and input your own images, as well as the images that they have available that only cost $1. And so I love Canva. when you start utilizing Canva and even using different designers on Fiverr, oh my gosh, it becomes very addictive because they help you get a lot of that work done for you as well. There are ready-made book cover templates that you can buy and use as well. A book cover doesn't need to be expensive to be a good one. You can hire a designer to create a top quality book cover for less than $100, $50, and even $20, and even $10, really, you can go on. Note, if you're adding images to the interior of your book, make sure you follow the formatting guidelines established for your book distributor. Final polish. Ooh, we're about done here. Final polish. You will have to write. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me move down. See if I can even finish. You will have to have enough time to review feedback from your beta readers and editors and make any necessary changes. Plus, review the formatting or format it yourself and make sure your book represents you in a positive and professional manner. The end. Oh my goodness. I got some more stuff for you. So we are not finished yet, but we are at the end. That's basically it, really. With the worksheets and the resource list that I give you, you got everything you need to get that ebook done. And so you have no excuse. I am going to plug up my laptop because it looks like we're about to run out of power here. I was just in the flow. There we go. Some power. But take your time with this masterclass. Stop, do the work, play, replay, whatever you need to do to get finished with this. So we're going to move into the last part right now. We're going to end. I'm so excited. I don't know what to do.